This is for chiropractors hoping to add $100,000 profit this year and find 20 plus qualified leads per month. Now you can do this without hiring a marketing agency and burning money on ad spend. You can do this without having a huge team, and you can actually keep operations pretty lean and rake in mostly profit doing this. So I'm gonna walk through exactly how this works in this video. You'll get a step-by-step guide on how to implement this into your practice, and you'll get a full presentation with the in-depth details. All right, so we were actually able to do this right off the bat with multiple companies in multiple different industries. First one was amazing. I sold $1.1 million for them in 12 months. Then we went to Life Boost and we broke their back-end sales record 2 years in a row. And then we went to Sane Solution, which is another health company, and we made them $60,000 in just 2 short weeks. Now over on the right, I have some client accounts in Klaviyo, which is a back-end email marketing service provider with revenue that you can see in trackable revenue. Now, we've worked with 41 customers since this, spanning from software all the way to health, to e-learning, to e-commerce, right? And we have 13 million in trackable revenue sold online via advertising methods like funnels, email marketing, paid ads, right? We have an average 55x return on investment across my entire client pool. And eventually I hired a small team to help me manage client work with me. So you can see that on the right. Kate and Victor are kind of the core team at the company. And then we have 0 fraud or chargeback disputes on our credit card processor, which is a pretty cool fact that I'm proud of. But you can see some of these customers we've worked with, really amazing stuff. Now, who is this for? Now, this is for chiropractic clinics with 2 or more years of experience. So we're focusing exclusively in this health niche and even more of a sub niche of chiropractors because we believe it's so powerful. This is for chiropractors looking to scale up their practice this year. Now, if you feel like your new leads don't fully understand the benefits of consistent chiropractic medicine and you want to actually change that, this is going to be perfect for you. So you want to sell higher ticket packages, and maybe you eventually want to franchise, open some more locations, or grow the brand beyond your practices. You have the money to spend on advertising and marketing, but you haven't found someone to actually do it properly for you. And maybe you're currently making over $100,000 profit per year, but you want more. Now, the reason I say that is because there needs to be some validity. So you need to be hovering around maybe 10 to 15 grand per month for this to actually work and have some traction. All right, now who is this not for? This is not for beginner chiropractors without any experience or capital. And this is obviously not for chiropractic clinics that don't want to invest in growth and actually scale up. All right, so with that said, I need to cover some trends in the health market because these are extremely important to you and your success as a practice. Now, the first one is the global financial deleveraging. So there's a huge issue with inflation. Some economists think that inflation is actually as high as 20 to 25% when you factor in all the things that are accounting for it. Now, with that said, even if it is 7, 8, 9%, you still have to be netting 15, 20, 25, 30% every single year to keep up with that. A lot of these investment platforms cannot keep up, and that's why you need your practice to be the money machine for you. All right, so essentialism is the other fact. Only essential health survives. Patients simply cannot view you as just the person who cracks their back, right? There's still a huge misconception about chiropractic medicine across the United States and simply all over the world, right? So you need to change that so that you become an essential health provider. Otherwise, you might get wiped out, maybe not as an industry, of course, but as a practice, it's going to be harder to compete unless you position yourself as an essential health practice that patients actually need week in and week out. Now, the other point is that AI is changing medicine, it's changing health, and it's changing the white collar world. You must adapt to this new tech to make it, including the ad platforms. Now, if you've experimented with ad platforms before, Facebook, Google, TikTok, you know that maybe marketing agencies have burned your money before and you're kind of jaded towards them. But at the end of the day, you must pay to play. They're not going anywhere, right? And you must learn how to acquire patients reliably through them for a reasonable cost. Okay, so my belief is that chiropractic is the best vehicle in the health industry to scale past 1 million per year in personal income. Now, the reason I think this is because there's a lot of overhead in these other practice models. There's a lot of churn in these other practice models. It's hard to find good talent, right? Where you can actually keep your operations pretty lean and net a few $100,000 per year in personal income, and then you can take it, replicate the practice, and then you can eventually franchise the model, right? So you can actually make a whole lot of money in chiropractic if you know what you're doing and if you know how to basically leverage these AI platforms, the tech platforms, automation, and then sales funnels, video sales letters, some of the stuff that I'll show you in this presentation here. All right, so quickly, I am Austin. When I was in high school, I kind of got into the health niche, just doing some research in the health industry. Now, I actually got to go to the International Science and Engineering Fair, which was pretty cool, working on non-small cell lung cancer stuff. And that love for the health industry kind of propelled me to start writing copy and doing paid ads for health companies in general. So I spun up a little freelance business, turned that into somewhat of an advertising agency, and ran that for a few years, acquiring some awesome clients and working alongside some of the greatest CEOs in the health industry, people that had 7, 8, 9 figures of revenue every single year. Pretty impressive stuff. But eventually, the agency model is awful, quite simply put. It doesn't allow you to actually dive in with a company, get to know the founder, and install operations that function for the business. So eventually I pivoted in the last couple of years to a growth consulting model where I actually partner up with a few simple brands. I pick a specific industry like chiropractic and I scale it up. I install systems and operations into the business rather than doing this outsourced, white label agency type thing. All right, so that's kind of my background. I have 41 customers that I've helped, and like I said, 13 million in trackable revenue online. Great results. Now, the steps to do this are going to be very simple. They're laid out perfectly for you here, but you need to actually study these a little bit more. So we're going to go through them quickly, and then I'll kind of break them down individually. This is, again, going to help you net $100,000 in profit to your chiropractic practice, an extra $100,000, and help you find 20 plus qualified, higher paying patients every single month. So step number 1, you need to assemble a video sales letter funnel. Now, if you have a website and if you have some videos that you've shot before, that's great. That's not necessarily what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a precise video sales letter that, number 1, talks directly to your ideal customer, your ideal patient. It explains the importance of chiropractic medicine, what it is, and why it needs to be a consistent thing. And then number 3, gives them a concise call to action that breaks down exactly what they need and why they need to come into the practice. So this is not a little marketing video. This is an in-depth thesis on your practice. It's going to completely set you apart from anyone else in the space. Number 2 is that you need to run paid ads to get leads. All right, so if you've ran paid ads before and you've kind of wasted a bunch of money or haven't seen a profit, that's okay. The things that I'm going to show you in this presentation are going to help you avoid that in the future, but you need to use paid ads. There's no way around it, all right? And then number 3 is that you need to refine operations and you need to scale up. All right, so a big issue is that once you're getting these leads, 20 plus qualified leads, or just all these insane leads, and you're kind of soft with how you let them come in and out of your practice, whatever, you're not selling them consistent packages, you're not getting their average order value up, right? It's just kind of random. So we're going to install some systems, and you can actually do this to acquire patients at a much higher profit and keep them coming back month after month. And then lastly is a little bonus. You can leverage online platforms to go viral. There are some principles that you can use to help make this happen. You've probably seen the chiropractors that are using TikTok and Instagram and all that good stuff to, basically make themselves famous in the niche. You can do this. It's a little bonus, but let's take care of the first 3 first. So step number 1, assemble a video sales letter. Now, You are going to be like the red apple in a pile of green apples when you do this. A video sales letter is so powerful and it's so underutilized in the chiropractic industry. I don't even think that I've seen more than a handful of practices using the video sales letter technique that we use with our clients to acquire patients. And when they do, it's insane, right? Businesses all over the world can do this. Software companies are doing this. Health companies are doing this, but private practice, not so much. And it's an untapped thing that you can do. Now, it's going to let you communicate your message concisely. Now, I've talked to a lot of chiropractors and they always say if they can get in a room full of 20 people and explain what they do, they'll close 18 out of the 20 people in the room, right? However, why is that not happening online? So the video sales letter is a great way for you to talk on camera, written by a growth consultant or someone who's very savvy at writing video sales letters. And then you can distribute that to millions of people and you can get them to listen and understand the benefits of consistent chiropractic medicine if you know how to write a persuasive video script. All right, so the video sales letter funnel, you slap this video on a website, but it looks a little bit longer than a website. It kind of gets people to scroll down, see the benefits. You collect their lead information. You're bringing 20 plus qualified leads into your practice, and then you can create AI automations that basically follow up with all of them and book them into your practice. Now this, if done properly, can actually print money for you, and it can be the perfect prospecting tool for new patients. Now, solves the selling and education problem as much as possible. The video sales letter sets you apart from any chiropractor. You'll be the only one doing this in your niche. The video sales letter funnel helps you acquire customers for much cheaper than you are right now. And then you can update this video sales letter funnel dynamically as you go. So you can continue to reshoot it as you learn more about the patients that are coming in from the video. So this is the bedrock of your entire business once you set this up right, and it gets people to understand chiropractic medicine on a deeper level. It becomes your main landing page website to run ads to. Now, I'm gonna be honest, nobody does this, right? So we're really good at writing video sales letters, but as a chiropractic practice, you're gonna be one of the unicorns in the industry. All right, number 2 is you need to run paid ads to get leads. Now, if you've burnt money on paid ads before, it's okay, but you need to be at least on Facebook, Instagram, maybe even TikTok if that works for you. All right, you can do YouTube and Google as well for search. Now, paid ads do print money if done properly, and it needs to stay profitable. So it's not necessarily that the ads themselves need to be magic and they need to be perfect. If you've worked with an agency before, it's probably way too complicated. They probably had like 80 different ad sets. You had no idea what they were doing. You couldn't even get into your Facebook account. Maybe your Facebook account got banned, right? So forget all about that. Your video sales letter will do the work for you. You can transcribe that and condense it down, and then get someone to run the paid ads in a very simple and practical way so that you can leverage this AI on the online platforms to find your patients for you. So we make this way more simple. With that said, paid traffic doesn't need to be voodoo. You're just buying ads. You're buying eyeballs to that video sales letter. You get eyeballs on your video sales letter funnel and website, you collect leads, you follow up aggressively in a nice way, and then you book consultations, right? So you pay for the ads with the front end consultation right away, and then everything that you make on the back end should be profit. Now, this doesn't always perfectly happen depending on your practice model, but this is kind of the goal. So you don't need to spend $50K on ads with no return on ad spend. I was talking to one chiropractor recently who literally spent $54,000 with zero profit. Just put in a few grand and get a return ASAP. If it's not working, it means that the video sales letter is bad and you need to fix it. All right. So find someone to do this for you who knows how to use the AI. So growth consultant is a great example, but find someone who actually can leverage these platforms. So step number 3, once you have these leads coming in constantly, then you need to refine operations and scale. Okay, so the operations, they need to stay lean. You don't need to go hire a bunch of people. The AI that you have available in CRM technology, in Zapier automation technology, in email follow-up technology, in voicemail drop follow-up technology, it's all there for you. You just need someone to basically install it into your business because it's a pain in the ass to install. But once you install it, you can have this system that consistently brings in new patients. All you need is like one person at the front desk, maybe an outsourced sales rep as well, that we can help you hire. And you'll be able to just rake in patients. You'll be able to follow up automatically. Everything will be a well-oiled machine, and you can update this process and just plug anyone into it, and it's going to work. Okay, so that's pretty much the operations side of things. Now, you're going to keep the operations lean and the margins as high as possible. You don't lean on the receptionist, but you get a proper salesperson at the front desk if that's something you want to do. Otherwise, you can just rely on the system and kind of train up your receptionist to do so. You get one superstar managing your CRM and moving people up the ladder. You push for higher ticket packages right after the consultation. And because they watched the video sales letter before they got into your practice, this is actually going to work much more often than it doesn't. You're going to become the only person in your area operating like this, and it's going to set you apart. And you're going to keep the non-serious patients around just to collect, more patients, but you're going to double down on those serious ones who are willing to pay more money. You're going to blend the joint consultation model with the big healthcare model so that you can actually bring in big healthcare profits, right? So you do this in multiple locations if you want, or you can keep your existing practice just as is. But you do this until you're forced to franchise, adapt, or just kind of cash out and ride it out. Now, the bonus, you can leverage online platforms to go viral. We'll talk to you more about this if you want to book in a call with us. But point is, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube Shorts, all this good stuff is very useful, and you can actually use it to your advantage. You can take the traffic that are looking at your videos and you can retarget them with ads. It's not just about making funny videos that people watch. It's actually a business model that people use to acquire patients. So this is just kind of a bonus. I won't go in depth on it, but it can be very useful. Virality is a way to hack growth as you scale up locations. If you're in that model, your communication and message will get more dialed in, and you can kind of update that into your video sales letter to help your practice. Content creators are the new brands and capital allocators, so this is really helpful. Social media isn't just for fun now, it's actually hardwired and essential. So you can use those platforms to go sub-viral, even if it's 20,000, 30,000 followers. And your kids will love it, or maybe hate it, who knows? So steps in summary are: number 1, assemble a video sales letter funnel. Number 2, run paid ads to get leads. Number 3, refine your operations and scale up. And then as a bonus for number 4 is just leverage those online platforms to go viral. Now, I know I barely scratched the surface on these, so if you want a deeper walkthrough of how this actually works, I really suggest that you go and book a call with us. Now, your options are you can certainly do this alone, and you can kind of take this model that I'm talking about. You can hit me up and I'll help you with it as much as I can, or you can just get direct support from me and my team, and we'll do most of this for you. All right, so we have the case studies. We've shown the proof across multiple different industries. And now it's time to actually dive in and just go book a call with us. It takes about 15 minutes to see if it's a good fit. Now, you can flood your practice with high quality leads when you work with us, all right? And when you work with us, you'll start selling higher ticket packages to patients. You'll also refine your operations and get the right people in place to scale up your practice and bring you a whole bunch of profit. So you keep good profit margins as you do this, and you can scale up pretty quickly. Within the course of maybe 3 months, you'll have way better results. Within the course of 6 months, you might be seeing insanely good profit margin increases. And then by the time you're moving on to a year or even 2 years, you might be netting an extra $100,000 per year just by installing these systems into your business. All right, so these are the benefits of working with us. And with that said, we'd love you to book a call, especially if you've watched this video. I'd love to talk to you. Limited spots every month because we want to basically choose the practices that are the right fit for this. And we're pretty expensive to work with, but you do get what you pay for. So you'll be qualified and kind of vetted before the call, because I don't want to waste your time at all. If we can help you, you'll be able to fill out a little form and we can see if we'll be a good fit before the call. Then the call will kind of go more in depth about your business. So we're obligated to make you profitable and get good results, because I don't want a poor reputation in this industry. I haven't had one in the other industries that I've worked in. So I don't want any poor reputation for that. Now, when you book a call, it's just going to be a quick 30-minute discovery call where we go over your business. I want to hear about how you're acquiring patients right now, what your goals are, how much money you want to be making, and how much your profit margins are, all that good stuff. And then afterwards, I'll kind of schedule in a little bit of a demo so we can walk through this whole presentation in depth so you know what you're getting into before you even pay us a dime. All right, so go book a call with me. You can do this by clicking the button below this video, or if you're on an ad platform, just click over to the site and fill in the form. So yeah, go book a call. I'd love to talk to you. If you are looking to scale up that practice, this is the time to do it. There's no other time to do it. It's going to be harder and harder to get wealthy as the years go on, especially with the AI and with the financial deleveraging. So go ahead, book a call with me, and we'll talk about your business. Sounds good. All right, bye.